That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Which way?
Cedric D. Sanders.
Which way?
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Which way?
That's what he said. That's what he said. Yeah. 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 That's what he said.
That's not my fault.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Which way?
That's what he said.
Which way?
Which way?
That ain't my fault.
I'm just gonna lay it down like this though.
That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said.
When I say my shit, I'ma repeat my shit. I'ma make sure you understand the foundation of everything where I'm coming from. Don't get it twisted.
That ain't my fault.
Which way?
That's what he said.
That's what I said. What? That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said.
Which way?
Wow. We gon' do it like that. Yeah.
Which way? Which way? Which way?
They probably just eat ass with a baby spoon.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with your host, Cedric Sanders, giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. The broadcast starts now.
You already know. I gotta have some music before I even do anything. I gotta have music before I do anything. I don't care what it is. Even when I'm in the shower, I have to have music. I don't know why.
You're weird.
It's like I'm dancing to get the funk off. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't know. I chill and I enjoy like being able to just like literally just listen to music. I think music is just like underrated. A lot of people don't understand. Music is like the most uplifting thing in the world. And when you hear my podcast, we're gonna be hyped up. Period.
Yeah, you're right.
So, with that being said, peace and love to everybody. I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. It's another episode of That's What I Said with your boy Cedric D. Sanders, and I'm always with the right hand man that's always got the left hand that's sitting there and marinate. And what I mean by that is when you got the left hand and marinate, you got that left hand ready to receive. That woman that's by his side, my co-host, my beautiful wife Connie. What's good, baby?
What's good, my love? What's good, everybody? Thank you for joining us for another fantastic fucking episode of That's What I Said. Let's get it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We gotta get just get it.
Let's just
so
get it.
Peace and everybody that's listening on Facebook and on Twitch and on YouTube and everywhere that's around. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you. It's long overdue. I just say that it's long overdue just to be able to just do this every Friday. And it's like, it builds up. It's just like more shit happens. And it's like, how can I dissect this to make this like a better conversation? You know, make this not even just a conversation, but allow it to just let it marinate. And that's what I think we got to do. We got to let certain things marinate. And
some people just need to marinate, period.
I wanted to do this podcast differently because tonight I do have a topic. Tonight's topic, ain't shitism isn't passed down. It's a learned behavior. I mean, ain't shitism. I need y'all to listen to everything that I'm trying to say right now. Ain't shitism, okay? People that ain't shit. This is not something that is like, it's not passed down. It's a learned behavior. This is just how people learn to deal with their shit. They just ain't shit. We're going to talk about it tonight. And I wanted to do something different because usually I would get all riled up and we have a conversation and we start talking about other shit, but we're not going to do that. Tonight, I got to have a conversation, and this conversation is going to start with the topic that doesn't need a musical introduction, but I'm actually going to give a musical introduction tonight, only because I think this topic is definitely needed in the isn't that petty?
Oh shit.
Because I'm just saying,
petty time.
Really, nigga?
This shit right here that I'm about to start is petty as hell. And I gotta have some type of introductory music to this. And I'm gonna try to do something different only because it's really a sponsorship at this point. So without further ado,
this is being brought to you by Coffee Cup Conversation,
sponsored by the 3 C's.
Okay, so it really would have been 3 C's, but it's 2 C's because the third C is not going to be able to be a participant. However, shout out to my sissy.
I was just about to say.
I hope that you get better.
Shout out, sissy! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday for real though.
Love you.
That Sag energy is up in this beast. They're sitting up there just marinating.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to do this. So this coffee cup conversation that we're not even saying it's a coffee cup at this point. It's more of just like some bourbon in a glass. It's like, you don't want to have a conversation with that old ass dude, but because he got bourbon in the glass and he offered you a drink, you're going to sit there and listen to this bullshit. This is that bullshit.
It's that funky ass uncle that come over.
It's that funky ass uncle that come over here and fuck up every fucking. Listen, let me tell you something, boy.
Let me tell you.
There's a certain level of things.
This right here.
There's a couple little things I'm gonna tell you right now that you don't need to let nobody know. But I love you. Your mama ain't your mama.
Your mama ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know she a hoe.
Your dad. your dad fucked around and he was your papa was a Rolling Stone. Let me just put it out there. This is your mama. Your mama didn't want to have nothing to do with your daddy, and she had you and put you in the trash can, bro. And she bounced on you, and it just so happened they found you. They did a DNA test. Found out your daddy was still alive. Motherfucker was just, doing his thing. And it was a one night stand, bruh. So I had to let you know. That type of motherfucking, this is the type of shit we on tonight. So the first, isn't that petty? Because this is petty as shit. I mean, I don't give a damn. This is the pettiest shit I've ever heard in my life. Tristan Thompson. For those that don't know who Tristan Thompson is, he's an NBA player. Had his run-in with Khloe Kardashian. Then fucked around and then cheated on her. Then got back together with her. Then cheated on her again. Now
they split.
And in that split, this is this conversation of somebody that he didn't apparently cheated on Khloe with. This motherfucker. Pull that shit up. I gotta pull that shit up.
Yes, sir.
You
I got it hot on deck.
Wait a minute. You gave it to me on
It's hot on deck on TMZ.
Well, I know it's hot on deck on TMZ, but how did you send it to me initially?
Shade Room.
Yeah, it was in the Shade Room.
The Shade.
No. You sent it to me how though? When I saw it in the Shade Room, how did you send it to me? I gotta find that.
One moment, please.
Was that on Facebook?
No, it was on Instagram.
I know, but is that how you sent it to me though? You might have sent it to me on Instagram. But anyway, so Tristan Thompson apparently has the ability of not just being real, but showing how petty he can be. And I said this last week, and I've said this for weeks beforehand. Sometimes your asshole doesn't necessarily have to be such an asshole, but your petty, for what, I don't care. I was discussing this shit with my wife. I don't give a damn who you are. 9 chances out of 10, people don't like petty people. But most petty people are assholes.
Oh, absolutely.
I am an asshole, and I am petty as shit.
Yes, you are.
But I have the ability to let people know the reason why I'm petty as shit.
Can I ring the bell one more time for you?
Well, no. Let me play the bullshit button because I think that was bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
As I sit here and sip bourbon, I have to really think about this. Tristan Thompson literally did something that no man has done before. Let's be real. He has done some shit that no man has done before. And the reason why they haven't, it's not because they scared. It's because they don't want the repercussions. Okay, first off, the alleged mother of Tristan Thompson's kid gives birth to a boy, right? So immediately he goes, and it seems as if it's a threat, but I think it's more of, bitch, I know the law.
Yeah, she like due today or some shit.
Right. So Tristan Thompson, in so many words, I mean, this could really be like Donkey of the Day, like for Breakfast Club, but I ain't trying to give them no shade or any, I mean, not even shade. I ain't trying to give them some, opportunity to look at something. Some airtime. But this has to be the most pettiest shit. Like, I guarantee you Tristan Thompson's house has nothing but trees around it because this is shade. Tristan Thompson said, and I quote, "You know how I feel. My feelings haven't changed at all." Now, he's telling this to the lady that had his kid. Now, this is...
Or is about to have his child.
Or is about to have his child. Now, this is like, as he is somewhat in a relationship with somebody. Supposedly. My feelings haven't changed at all. Won't be involved at all. By the way, if you think having this baby is going to make you some money, it's completely wrong. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I can understand where he's coming from in this conversation, and I'm going to tell you where he fucked up at. I'm just saying. Okay, anyway, and it's completely wrong. He said, okay, let me back up. So, by the way, if you think having this baby is going to make you some money, it's completely wrong. You are aware that I'm retiring after this season. So, in terms of support, it will be whatever is required monthly for someone who's unemployed. It's taxes, so it will be it will only be a couple $100.
No, not taxes. It's Texas.
He put Texas. I'm sorry. He said Texas. He didn't say Texas. He said Texas. So this shows you in the heat of the moment how somebody could be when it comes to child support, especially as a black man, and the history of child support and what he has seen other black men go through. But I'm going to continue to read this shit. I need y'all to just stay with me now. So he continues to go on and says that, so in terms of support, it would be whatever is required monthly for someone who is unemployed. It's Texas, but I'm sure he meant taxes. It's taxes, so it would be only a couple $100.
No, he meant Texas because that's where she's at.
Okay, okay, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, I read further.
I retract back. I retract back. I'm the asshole because I'm just. So he is talking about Texas anyway. So it's Texas, so it will only be a couple $100. So you're better off taking the $75,000 I'm offering, because a kid with a father who's unemployed, all you will have is a baby with a father who has zero involvement with the child and a few $100s of child support, a few $100s of child support a month. So this lady in Texas is saying that she is about to have Tristan Thompson's child. Mind you, he's playing for the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
Sacramento being Sacramento, California.
So
if this ain't some hood, let me land, play basketball, stick my dick in you, and then bounce type shit.
No.
But I know that's not what it is. Go ahead.
So her name is Marilee Nichols, if I say that right.
Allegedly.
And she's saying that the child was conceived back in March.
Allegedly?
Yeah. Saying that the child was conceived allegedly back in March in Houston when he was in town celebrating his 30th birthday. He, however, admits he did have sex with her several times at a hotel.
Oh, he was beating the thing up.
And prior to meeting up with her, she had promised him a birthday surprise. He said he knew that meant I get some birthday booty.
Okay, first off, that might not be what the birthday surprise is, because by me reading what the Shade Room had received from Tristan Thompson to this woman, the surprise was the fact of, yeah, we had fun. That was great. I'm pregnant.
Got him.
But let's take this conversation further. Do you think women are purposely putting themselves in a position to get pregnant by someone that's in the NBA? Not even get pregnant by someone that's in the NBA, but just have a relationship with someone that's in the NBA. Let's just say that.
Absolutely.
Why?
Any athlete, I do believe that there are some women.
I need another bourbon, because this conversation is about to get deep.
Yeah,
and I ain't even trying to be long on this podcast, but I'm just saying,
I truly believe that there are women out there who absolutely wholeheartedly try and trap any superstar athlete. Period. They will try and trap them because they look at it as
a come up.
Where they're at right now, they ain't got shit. So they try They try to come up.
Hold up. I ain't trying to cut you off though. But what's the name of what's the topic of the show? What's the topic of this podcast today?
Ain't shitism.
Okay. So you just said some ain't shitism that may or may not be true.
Right. And I know.
However, simile, whatever English preposition that you want to put on it. Mm-hmm. Here's brass taxes. Straight up. I think Tristan Thompson knows he fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think he was trying to be smart, which was dumb as fuck. And this is where I was talking about, where I come in and slide in with the dumb as fuck. And have to say this. It was clever as hell up until you realize you fucked up. So this is my comment to that. Dumbass! First off, you never let somebody know your play. Because regardless of what your play is, I don't think it was a good play.
Yeah, he just basically announced to the whole world that he's retiring next year. And here, take your little $75,000 because you ain't getting shit afterwards.
I ain't even saying that. If you, as an NBA player, are telling somebody that you're about to retire next year, where do you think your stock's going to be at if you make a decision to play next year? Okay, hold that for a minute. Just hold it. What's so important of paying somebody $75,000 for a kid? What is $75,000 going to do for somebody? You are letting people know you fucked a hood bitch.
He's trying to use this 75.
Excuse my French, not to put somebody in no parameters or no certain type of situation where they have to be thought as hood. But $75,000, what the fuck are you paying somebody $75,000 for to be quiet about a kid?
Yeah, I was saying
you were putting
was
yourself
just putting this out as hush money.
Yeah, I mean $75,000 is hush money. Nigga, that's an EBT card for 3 years. Why they still struggling? Trust me, that ain't enough.
$75,000 is
bruh. $75,000. That
enough.
Just shows the whole world. I don't care who you are and how you want to dissect it. And if people want to take this and share it and send it to this friend and this friend, I don't give a fuck. I'm being real. When I look at that and I see $75,000, he is basically saying, this is how much your shit's worth. And this should be enough to take care of whatever you need to take care of, either with the kid or without the kid or whatever. But this is enough. 75 grand. This is how much he's saying your pussy worth.
See, and that just shows
for a child that you supposedly had from him.
And that just shows how the thought process goes and the ignorance, because there should never be a $sign attached on a child.
He's an asshole.
Period.
I'm just saying he's an asshole. I'm gonna be real. You as a man, and people will say this and say, no, he was real. He said we're gonna be in the kid's, life and all this other shit. Okay. You were proving that you ain't shit by just displaying the fact that you ain't gonna be there for something that you nutted in.
No, I mean,
you basically said that
a child with
you basically nutted in this woman, created a child, and now you ain't gonna be responsible for it.
Yeah, you want her to go on about her business, take this $75,000.
But you had a whole ass relationship with a Kardashian that had more money than you was playing for. Yet, somehow, slut magic works the way it works. Because let this been somebody else. Let this been somebody else. Y'all done heard this shit on CNN. Because this motherfucker would have shot the club up that night.
Because it's crazy.
Did you talking about my dick right now? Oh, no. It ain't going to be no, trust me. He ain't going to send no text message talking about, I'm retiring next year and I'm going to send you this $75,000 hush money. No. This motherfucker lighting the club up. Like, real talk. He pulling up in the Impala that he bought that stays in the garage that he never let nobody touch. No, he driving that motherfucker to the club. Oh, He's setting that bitch off just like Queen Latifah did with them straight braids in the back. He is going straight the fuck off.
Yeah, it's crazy because supposedly, allegedly, however you want to put it, he said this was a one-night stand. However, she is saying and alleging they had been together on and off for 5 months prior to them hooking up.
All right. So we ain't going to make this a whole conversation. I'm just going to say this. That is some fucked up shit right there.
For real.
And you just put your business out there. You just allow people to realize how easy it is for celebrities to just point out someone, regardless of what they look like or whatever. They're attractive enough to you for you to have sex with them. It doesn't matter where they from. It doesn't matter where they are doing or could be doing. The problem is this. Y'all can't always just put y'all business out there and just think that somebody ain't gonna talk that shit.
Right. Exactly.
If somebody's offering you $75,000 as hush money, how is that even okay amount of money? Not that I'm just saying that you should be looking for money. I'm just saying, how is $75,000 a conversation?
It's not.
When you know for a fact he got like about $3, maybe $4 million worth of shit. And I ain't trying to tell you how you need to get your shit together. All I'm saying is $75,000 wouldn't have been the conversation that he should have been texting me. Conversation should have been like, no, see, you need the 3 times that.
But see, like
it should be 6 figures. Only, and I'm saying this because if you're in a situation where you live somewhere that you feel that you don't have the best opportunities and you can move somewhere else, possibly give your kids an opportunity, wouldn't you do that? Vice, wouldn't you do that shit? Vice having a conversation about 75,000? Because 75,000 go buy you a used charger that you can look good at when you stroll and go to the parking lot to the club. But you still wearing those rainbow clothes. You still wearing those rainbow clothes. It might fool and get somebody that's irresponsible. But I don't think I'm gonna be honest, I don't even think that's what that person was looking for. It was the fact that an NBA player, a celebrity, was interested in them, and they was like, oh, shit, he motherfucker like me, woo, woo. And then that motherfucker just busted all up in you. As he didn't play the whole fucking, I don't know how many minutes he played that night.
Yeah, I don't know. It just said that they hooked up when he was in town for his birthday.
Yeah, I'm sure he hooked up when he was in town for his birthday. Yeah, for his birthday. But, okay.
Well, let's roll on.
Let's not even do that because I can dissect the fuck out of this and it would be a bad. So, the verses that happened.
Yeah.
Bone Thugs and 3-6 did a verses and Busy was just, I guess, I don't know. Everybody's saying this motherfucker need to take his meds and everything else. And he didn't apologize and said that he didn't think he was wrong, but he apologized. Bruh.
They had a whole ass fight on that stage.
Okay, look. Look.
Like, ain't y'all too old for that shit?
I'm just going to say this. Half the songs that they did showed my age.
Yeah.
I'm 40. I'm about to be 48 in a few days. Well, not a few days, about 3 weeks. But how? They got to be my age, maybe even close.
Yeah.
Even if they in their late 30s, getting ready to get in early 40s. Niggas, you close to me, nigga, by at least 10 years. How in all blue hell are you able to just sit here and feel like somebody offended you? And then they try to be like, no, I'm with the shits. I'm surprised one of them niggas didn't fall out and have a heart attack.
You're wrong for that shit.
I'm just being real. This nigga smoke more weed than the whole damn island, and this motherfucker sitting up there trying to just press somebody. Both y'all niggas should have passed the fuck out. I'm just being real. They should have passed the fuck out. Doing all that. Oh, nigga, whoa.
So
both of them niggas should have just
Busy's
fed out.
45.
I told you 3 years, bruh.
Yep. Busy is 45.
Thugs.
Crazy is 48.
Bitch, what?
I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, so going forward, this conversation that I wanted to have about ain't shit people or ain't shitism, it really kind of started that ain't shit people will always be known, but people choose to accept them because it's more about how you tolerate somebody than enable them. A lot of times we sit around here and think that people that ain't shit, they ain't shit only because something happened to them. No, they ain't shit because they ain't shit. It doesn't matter what happened to them, because even if something happened to them, they're not going to even acknowledge the fact that it happened to them. They looking for some kind of benefit from that. Who gives a fuck about that? We already know that. This is the problem. Because more times, often than not, people that ain't shit always carry around this extra baggage called enable. These people feel like they have the ability to feel enabled to be able to attract and expect.
Don't use that word.
I'm just saying.
That expect.
I expect this because you eat ass.
You can't expect shit from no
You eat ass with a baby spoon.
You can't actually just sit here and look at somebody and just not expect when you ain't shit. You can't. People that ain't shit already expect. Because they already know you accept them because you laugh at the bullshit that they come up with, which ain't shit. It's 100% pound of bullshit. They always having conversations about shit that has absolutely nothing to do with nobody other than nobody. Not even themselves. It's nobody. Yet, we accept these people in our lives only because we feel sorry for them. I'm telling you right now, not because it's the holidays and not because it's the time of year where you're supposed to be, sometime you're supposed to feel sympathy for people. I'm telling you right now, those ain't shit ass people are expecting you to feel like they ain't shit. And they're going to feed into that ain't shit energy. And they're going to want you to help them. I'm going to teach you how to help them. Rule number 1. And it's the only rule. Learn how to say no. And stand on that. Because people that ain't shit ain't trying to be nothing other than ain't shit. And I'm saying that because I think this Tristan Thompson thing is a bunch of ain't shit ass energy. How do you feel?
I think it's fucked up.
Because you didn't wanted to have sex with somebody, and then you're gonna offer her some money to keep quiet,
and not
because you can't keep your dick in your pants, but you just feel like somehow this is the going thing.
And he wouldn't be in this predicament if you would have used protection.
Fuck a protection. No, this is not. No, stop that. We're not doing no. If you were to wear protection, no, it's not about that. We already know what it's about. He saw her. He was like, "Damn, she shouted good, woo woo woo," or she went up to him. And they had a good conversation, regardless of what the fuck it was.
Well, like I said earlier, they alleged that they had already been talking up to like 4 months prior to that.
Okay, they've been talking up to that. That means absolutely nothing to me. You know why? Because that means he was searching for some shit.
Yeah, you're right.
That don't mean nothing to me. That just shows me that, you know what? You don't value women. And it's everything. It's like it's a counterbalance of everything. Women want a good man, but they know and it's a bunch of ain't shit ass men out there looking for some shit. But guess what? It's a bunch of great men out here that are looking for great women, but it's a bunch of ain't shit ass women. They got treated bad by ain't shit ass men, and now they're the way they are because they ain't shit. And now these dudes ain't shit and ain't gonna be about shit. So now they got a bunch of ain't shit activity going on where they should just be a bunch of ain't shit ass people. That's the whole thing. I think that is bad about the whole situation, because if you really look at it, I don't give a damn who you are and who you're not trying to be. 9 chances out of 10, people that ain't shit, they ain't shit because they choose to be that way. Everybody can say it's because of their life, what they experience, all this other shit like that. I don't think it's because of what they experience. I think it has everything to do with the fact that they're looking for fucking attention. The shit that happened to them, yeah, could have happened to anybody. But you know what? They ain't never had the discussion to say, excuse me, not why did it happen to me, but why do I feel the way I feel? No, do you feel the way you feel because you ain't shit.
Yeah, and they just continued that whole ain't shitism, not just with themselves, but to everybody around them. And then they pass that shit on to their kids.
No. They don't pass that shit on to their kids. I have to stop you there. They don't pass that shit on to their kids. People that ain't shit, it's not something that's passed down. People are aware of people that ain't shit. And they stay away from people that ain't shit. But when people that ain't shit is right there next to you, like a part of your life, they experience that shit. Why the fuck do they want to even be taught that shit? It's not even a conversation. It's not a conversation about being taught. It's about you just ain't shit. People have this conversation all the damn time when they're on the radio and everything else. Not because they want somebody to feel sorry for them, but because of the fact that it's like an acknowledgement. You ain't shit. Why should I feel like I need to really just acknowledge that you ain't shit, other than the fact that you ain't shit? Let's be real. It's like, why even acknowledge the fact that you ain't shit only because you ain't shit? And it's like people would rather just sit there and be all in their ego and feeling good about how they want to be or how they want to feel. But how can you feel that way when you don't even understand why you ain't shit? But everybody else can tell you ain't shit, but you don't understand why you ain't shit. It's like they wonder why people are depressed all the time or not even understanding how they get through things in life, because you ain't shit. You ain't trying to be nothing other than you ain't shit. You expecting people to apologize and to feel sorry for you because you ain't shit? No, you ain't shit because you don't want to be shit. Let's be real.
What was that little conversation we had earlier where you was talking about, ain't shit person got orders to this last duty station, and he walks in the door and his ain't shit petty officer first class is leading the group or whatever.
It's the shit like this. When you first get to a job, very first time getting a job, y'all can remember that first job. It was always that ain't shit person. That person didn't give a damn. But you looked up to that person. You looked up to that person only because you was like, they real. No, they ain't shit. They teaching you ain't shit activities right from birth. Of you being an adult. Right off rip. Right when you're trying to be an adult, there's always the ain't shit person right there to curve your fucking enthusiasm. Here's the problem. We all have ain't shit moments. We all have an ain't shit attitude. Don't live in ain't shit reality. Because a lot of us that ain't shit ain't gonna be shit. Period. And that's what I said. I'm gonna leave it alone. I hope y'all actually enjoy this weekend and enjoy being around people that actually enjoy being around you. Forget the fact that people don't even understand who you are. Forget the fact that people are trying to put you in a bubble or put you in some type of reality so that you can be who they want you to be. Stop all that shit. Just be who you need to be. Be authentic, be original, and just be you. Every Friday, around the 8-ish, the 9-ish time frame, is when we do this podcast. And I always do with my beautiful wife, Connie. So, what you got to say to the people before we go out? Do you got any, like, I don't know, fuckery words or whatever? Some old bullshit that they could take with them for the weekend just to laugh about?
Yes. Let me go into the arsenal right quick.
Go into the arsenal, which is the petty phone.
Yeah.
The petty phone always has that arsenal of just understanding bullshit. But the reality is, we try to make this a fun atmosphere on Friday instead of a predictable atmosphere.
Absolutely.
What I don't like is people always try to have that predictable aspect to a conversation. We just need to be authentic. And that's why I want to bring to my podcast is authenticity. I want to be able to be authentic, but at the same time, have a conversation with people and just be like, this is the bullshit that I got to understand because I don't understand it. This is some bullshit.
What?
I'm just saying. I just don't get it.
So one of the Friday quotes that I thought was kind of funny says, "I have a good heart, but I will hold a grudge. If it's fuck you today, it's fuck you in 50 years. I'm looking forward to kicking your walker out from under you, bitch."
I'm done. I'm weak. That's some dumb shit right there. Like, that motherfucker plotting on you to fucking just die.
And well.
So, anyway, I ain't gonna ask you that shit no more because that's devious.
I'll meet you in 50 years at the nursing home.
Yeah, why that motherfucker tripping you down the stairs?
Yep, hold on to your walker.
I'm done. So, with that being said, y'all, I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Peace and love to y'all. Be able to enjoy each other and love on each other because you have that safe space with yourself. And if you don't have that safe space with yourself, you need to get that safe space with yourself. Peace and love. We out here. Peace.
Hello, my name is Cedric, and along with my beautiful wife, Connie, we'll be hosting my brand new podcast. That's what I said. I'm a retired Navy veteran that suffers from PTSD and anxiety, and we'll discuss how I cope with the mental illness through comedy and discussion. It's a podcast that will talk about everything from cryptocurrency to comedy. If we're worrying about the dollar going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's still a dollar, guess what? The value of that means absolutely nothing. Cryptocurrency in itself is the future of money. From spirituality to cannabis. To have cannabis on the Schedule 1 list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. It makes absolutely no sense. If it's a seed that can be planted and it has healing properties in it, why the hell is it in Schedule 1? Last time I checked, cocaine don't have healing property in it. From interracial relationships, I don't have a problem with people talking about interracial relationships. People try to talk bad about my interracial relationship just to think that they can get under my skin. I mean, really, it don't bother me. I mean, let's not make, call a spade a spade. But if you have a problem with someone that's in love, it shouldn't matter the race of the person. to mental illness in our community. The problem is people want to put labels on it. Everybody wants to put color on everything. And as soon as you put color on it, it gets treated differently. The money gets treated funny. Because if it's dealing with Asians, guess what? It's going to take a longer process unless those leaders step up and get into the president's face or U.S. leaders' face and say, this is a problem in our community. Not leaving one topic unturned. If you want to hear real authentic conversation, interviews, and comedy, please take time to listen to That's What I Said, because I said what I said.
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. Listen to That's What I Said, available on your favorite podcast platform.
That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Bitch, what? You eat ass with a baby spoon.